Hey there, welcome to the channel. Welcome to hendrablog, where learning never stops. Thanks for joining us. Let's dive into today's lesson. Let's get started. Daqoiqul Akhbar. Chapter 11. Summoning her essence after departing her form. It was narrated from Aisha, may Allah be pleased with her, that she shared. I was seated cross-legged in the house when the Messenger of Allah, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, entered and greeted me. As was my custom, I prepared to rise and show my respect, but he gently said, "Stay in your place. There is no need for you to stand, O Mu'mineen." Aisha continued, "The Messenger of Allah, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, then sat down, resting his head upon my lap. As he lay on his back, I searched for signs of grey in his beard, and to my surprise, I found 11 white hairs. In that moment, a thought crossed my mind. I realized that the Prophet, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, would depart this world before me, leaving this nation without a prophet. Overwhelmed, I wept until my tears streamed down my cheeks, falling onto the face of the Messenger of Allah, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him. He awoke from his slumber and asked, 'What brings you to tears, O Mu'mineen?' I recounted my thoughts to him. Then the Prophet, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, inquired, 'What is the most painful state for the deceased?' I replied, 'There is no greater sorrow for the deceased than when they leave their home, with their children mourning behind them, calling out, "Oh, father, oh, mother," while the parents respond, "Oh, my son." The Prophet, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, acknowledged, 'This is indeed painful.' 'And what could be more painful than that?' I answered. 'There is no state more agonizing for the deceased than being laid in a grave, covered with earth, as their loved ones depart, entrusting them to Allah the Almighty along with their deeds. Then Munkar and Nakir approach the grave. The Prophet, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, asked again, 'What is more painful than that?' I replied, 'Allah and his Messenger know best.' The Prophet, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, said, 'O Aisha, the most excruciating moment for the deceased is when the person who prepares them for burial enters to wash them. In that moment, the washer removes the ring from the young deceased's finger, takes off the wedding attire from their body, and removes the turban from the head of the elder or the scholar, all to prepare them for their final cleansing. At that time, the soul cries out upon seeing the deceased in a state of vulnerability, a voice that resonates with all creatures except jinn and humans. The soul pleads, 'O washer, I implore you, by Allah, to handle my garments gently, for I long to find peace at this moment, burdened by the pain of the angel of death's grasp.' As the water cascaded over the body of the departed, a cry echoed once more, resonating with urgency. 'O you who are bathing by Allah, do not let your water be scalding, nor allow it to chill, for my body has already endured the flames of separation.' As the mourners gently prepared the lifeless form, the soul whispered, 'By Allah, dear bather, handle me with care, for my body has suffered in the journey of my departure. When the washing of the body is complete, it is gently placed in its shroud, secured at the soles of its feet. The body speaks, 'By Allah, O you who cleanse me, do not bind the shroud around my head, for I long to gaze upon the faces of my wife, my children, and my loved ones. This is my final moment with them. Today I bid them farewell, and I shall not see them again until the day of resurrection.' As the lifeless form is carried from the home, it speaks with a haunting clarity. 'By Allah, dear ones, I depart leaving my beloved wife a widow. Therefore, I implore you, do not bring harm upon her. I leave behind my children, now orphans, and I urge you, do not inflict pain upon them. Today I take my leave from this house, and I shall never return to them.' As the lifeless form was laid upon the coffin, It spoke with a haunting clarity. By Allah, O my people, do not hasten to take me away, until I have heard the voices of my beloved wife, my cherished children, and my dear relatives. Indeed, today marks the moment I must part from them until the day of resurrection. As the body was gently laid upon the coffin, and the bearers had taken their third step, a voice resonated through the air, heard by all but humans and jinn alike. The soul spoke with profound clarity. O my beloved, O my brothers, and O my children, do not let the world deceive you as it deceived me, nor allow time to mislead you as it misled me. Learn from my journey. I have left behind all that I gathered for my heirs, yet they wish to bear none of my burdens. In the realm beyond, Allah Almighty will hold me accountable, while you relish the pleasures of this world. Remember, when you gather to pray over my lifeless form, do not forget to pray for me. And as some of his companions returned from the place of prayer, the deceased spoke, By Allah, O my brothers, I understand that the dead may forget their time on earth, but do not let your memories of me fade so swiftly until you lay me to rest, so that I may gaze upon my final resting place. O my brothers, I know that the countenance of the departed is colder than the chill of water in the hearts of some of the living, yet do not hasten away from me with such urgency. As the lifeless form was laid to rest near its final resting place, it spoke with a voice that transcended the silence. By Allah, dear ones, my beloved brothers, I offer my prayers for you, yet you choose not to extend your prayers for me. As the lifeless form was laid to rest in the embrace of the earth, the departed spoke with a voice that transcended the silence. By Allah, my beloved heirs, I did not amass great riches in this world, save for the legacy I leave behind for you. Remember me by embodying the kindness I imparted, rooted in the teachings of the Quran and the principles of good conduct. Let not my memory fade. Keep me alive in your prayers. Based on this hadith, a remarkable story unfolds from Abi Kilaba radiallahu anhu. It is said that he experienced a dream in which the graves were opened and the deceased emerged, sitting at the edges of their resting places. Each of them held a radiant tray of light in their hands. Curiously, I inquired, "Why is there no light between your hands?" The deceased replied, "Indeed, they have children and friends who have bestowed upon them acts of goodness. They also offer charity in this world, which is directed towards us, the departed. This light is the manifestation of their gifts to us. However, I have a son who is not righteous, who does not pray for me, and no one remembers me. Thus, I am left without light, feeling a deep sense of shame among my neighbors." When Abi Kilaba awoke, he summoned his son and shared the vision that had visited him in his dreams. His son responded, "I seek your forgiveness, and I vow never to return to my past actions." From that moment on, his son devoted himself to acts of obedience, heartfelt supplication, and generous charity in honor of his father. And when the extended period had elapsed for Abu Kilaba, he once again found himself in a dream, contemplating the grave and its state. In this vision, he beheld a radiant light before the man, a brilliance surpassing that of the sun, and more plentiful than the glow of his companions. The man then spoke, saying, "May Allah reward you for your generosity, for I have been spared from disgrace in the eyes of my neighbors." In a profound hadith, it is recounted that the angel of death approached a man in the land of Alexandria. The man, filled with trepidation, inquired, "Who are you?" The angel responded, "I am the angel of death." The man trembled, his joints visibly shaking, the flesh between his stomach and shoulders exposed. The angel of death observed, "What is this I see?" The man replied, "I am fearful of the fire of hell." The angel then assured him, "I will inscribe a sentence that can liberate you from the fire of hell." The man eagerly responded, "Yes." The angel requested a book and began to write, proclaiming, "This sentence has the power to free you from the fire of hell." Once there was a sage who attentively listened to a man reciting, and he remarked, "The name of the beloved is woven into this sentence, allowing him to gaze upon his beloved." The crowd responded, "Truly this world and its angel of death cannot compare, even in the slightest, to the weight of Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim." And I declared, "Indeed, a world devoid of the angel of death holds no value, for it is the angel of death who guides the beloved to their beloved." Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss out on our latest content. We appreciate your support and look forward to bringing you more exciting videos. Stay tuned and see you next time.